Can I? Is this a paw? Best? No? Yeah? No? All right.
Is this a paw?
What the fuck are you saying?
Poggers? Is this a poggers moment? Like, am I allowed or should I?
At this point, just say it. You said literally every other word that started with a P, so you should know. You fucking ruined it. Never again.
All
Fuck
right.
off, you piece of fucking shit.
Right.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new episode of the greatest podcast with three drunken people. You hate to see it. I'm Adam.
No, I'm Jeff.
That's a very narrow description because, like, if you go on either side of one of those metrics, there are better podcasts. It's just that very narrow. We fit in that very narrow hole.
It's a niche.
It's a very narrow one.
I can name 2 podcasts that fit the description you gave that are automatically better than ours.
Are they drunk on last podcast on the left?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not always.
Not always.
But
Is it
sometimes.
3? Is it?
It is.
Three
Yeah, it is.
drunken
It is 3 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're a very solid second then.
Debatable also. Necronomipod is ranked in the top 10 of podcasts.
I've never listened to that.
And it's yet again 3 drunk people.
Damn, there are a lot of. Hey, do you ever think that maybe
We ain't the only people that during Corona thought this was a great idea.
We thought of this before.
We're just one of
We
the
did
worst
think of
ones
that.
to think about it.
Well, I'm already drunk, so I'm happy.
Are you going to say what your name is?
Drunk.
Pedro. Because apparently I actually look Mexican today.
Only today. Yeah, honestly, like for anyone who's ever gone through and watched the unediteds and like our clips on YouTube, you look like you're in a completely different house.
Yeah. So to be fair, I turned on the light behind me because that light switch connects to the outlet, which was charging my phone. Because my phone's now here and not charging. So really, I'm fucking myself.
This week, I am drinking. Now, I spent a whole lot of money on this, a whole $10.
I hate this guy.
New World Camelot Mead Honey Wine, which is much sweeter than I thought it was going to be. But I also spent $0 on it because it became mine because someone left it at my house at a party. And this has always been a rule for...
Was Saturday really a party, though? That's where I'm stuck. That really a party?
The rule has always been if you leave your alcohol at someone's house, it's now their
During
alcohol.
a party. That's a party. Oh, what? Is the beer yours too? What about the whiskey?
The beer and the whiskey are mine. I just don't want to drink them.
When did Adam become a communist?
I got nothing, man.
I'm drinking my my honey wine out of a sippy cup that I found in my cupboard from when I was 2. My parents still have them, so.
Also, for the record, that is probably the best mead that Camelot he's drinking.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, it's great for chugging.
Yeah, I was like, it might be a little bit too sweet, but
I'm drinking Captain Morgan Silver mixed with Pepsi, and this is like my 5th one, so.
I'm drinking Uncommon Scout. This is my 2nd one.
He's drinking an Uncommon Scout.
Yeah.
Uncommon Stout. Uncommon Stout. And this is my 2nd one, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
by my
you
slurred
flip
speech.
that T out with a C, and you're
Which
getting...
kind of Scout? The boy or the eagle?
Or the girl.
The legal, so the eagle.
Nick's
Debatable.
Nick's slurping up some legal Eagle Scout.
I also have 2 very warm big wave ales for when I'm drunk and don't care about temperature.
Interesting.
You should be drunk now and not care about temperature and fucking demolish those things off your forehead and chug them.
Well, I'm not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You should fucking try, though.
I don't think I'd feel it.
Nick's over here sounding like Mike Tyson right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me if you could hear my mic stand move.
Yeah, I could, and it was real bad. If you could never do that again, that'd be great.
I will do what I can. I'm sorry, Michael.
You kind of went into Michael Strahan there for
Yeah,
a minute
I
too.
know, I'm trying to not do that, but also this is the only way I can talk with a list is like just thrusting my tongue
You're
out.
like if Mike Tyson and Michael Strahan had a fucking mouth baby together.
I sound like the guy from The
I
Longest
don't know why
Yard.
the word mouth baby makes it so much worse.
I sound like the big goof from The Longest Yard. Will you teach me how to football? I'll teach you how to football. Great movie. We should watch that at some point. Should I talk like this for the rest of the episode?
Absolutely not.
I don't want to do this.
Well, you can
anymore.
do that. You can talk like that as one of the voices next time we have to read a script for true crime.
It's a great thing that's never gonna happen again.
Your terms are acceptable. Don't worry, I'll do something like this for Rommel. I'll make sure Rommel sounds like this when I read his manuscript. No, this will be the
When
voice
Jeff
of Hitler.
tries so hard to build up a following, and Nick just smashes that
Oh.
shit into the ground the next time.
I'll make sure that this is the active voice of Goebbels. I bet you Goebbels did talk like this though.
Can we get rid of Nick now? I can't. Today is not the day.
Jeff, look at me. Jeff, why do you hate me? Jeff,
Why are you Italian all of a sudden?
Why can't I just mute him myself? God, I hate this already.
Viv, look at me.
Oh, God.
How come you don't look at me doing anymore?
I never wanted to. How do I kick? More. I can't do anything. Big sad. All right, where were we at? What are we doing here?
We haven't even started the topics
I
yet.
don't know what the fuck we're doing.
He has the attention span of a fucking fruit fly. And then when he's actually paying attention, he's fucking garbage. Look at it. Look at this.
The point's
Look at
been
this
made
specimen.
right now.
Look at this fucking specimen.
All right,
This absolute piece of useless shit.
all right. So, Jeff, I've heard through the grapevine that you've done something interesting.
I did.
Hey, Jeff, you should probably talk about how you're getting married.
Yeah, that was the plan. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I thought I'd help
Jeez.
guide the episode today.
We should have Nick do all of our segues from now on. I forgot how
I
great
can-
he fucking is at
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome. It's straight to the point.
Sometimes, if we're lucky. But yeah, I got it's a good time. It was it's been in the making for
It was
God, how long
poggers.
now? Yeah, Nick tried to say poggers during it. That was a great time.
I
was
literally-
being sarcastic.
Nick really tried to fuck up the entire thing multiple
I was
times.
standing next to Nick, and I was just dead staring at him like, if you fucking say a single fucking
I
word,
li-
I will throw you over this fucking cliff. And he just looked at me like, huh, and then just stared, sweating in the
Yeah,
direction
because
of
I know I have no
fucking-
impulse control, and I know I'm also a moron.
Oh, this has been in the making for probably had been for 3 months or so. And then on the day, thinking back, Nick really tried to fuck this entire thing a lot. So the day of, me, Nick, Mandy, and Grace, our two friends, Mandy and Grace, who have been on the podcast before, we all go down to a state park together. On the way there, during the road trip, we stop at a gas station 10 minutes before we get there, and we all get out, we go pee. I come out, Nick is trying on cowboy hats from the gas station and decides that it's a great idea to buy an all-white cowboy hat for
There's a feather in
$20
it, too.
with a feather in it.
Yeah.
And he does it. He also
Yeah.
buys a bullet
Bottle opener with keychain. Fun fact: a 7.62 round is perfect for shotgunning beers.
So yeah. And then as we're leaving, Nick goes, "Can I wear this when you propose?" And we tell him no, because that, if you've ever seen Nick, it's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid. There's no need. Nick's never worn a fucking cowboy hat before in his life, and this is now the moment he wants to do it. So we're driving into the state park, and it's called Starved Rock. We went to Starved Rock State Park in Illinois, and we were just we were all tired, I guess delusional, but I made the greatest joke ever made, and that was starved rock. Nothing quite like Nick's starved cock. And then we all died laughing for 5 minutes.
We died laughing for a lot longer before that, though. I don't think we took a solid breath of air for about 20 minutes after we left the gas station.
So yeah, we scouted out. Adam and his girlfriend were supposed to meet us there later, right before we proposed, or I proposed. I mean, we basically proposed.
It was a group effort.
Yeah, right.
The most uncomfortable post proposal.
Yeah, we're all just standing around because no one knows what the fuck they're supposed to do. No one ever talks about that. After the proposal, like there's the whole like, oh, the couple's together and like people snap some photos, but right after that, right
no
when
one
that's
tells
done,
you what you're supposed to do.
there's no like, okay, we gotta leave now. Like what we're doing, or like, I mean, usually I guess maybe you don't have to leave, but like after that, it's just now all of a sudden like, well, it's done, and
no one tells you how to react,
and everyone's just standing there, everyone's watching you, like,
especially the audience, because like you two, it will have been fine, but the rest of us,
I was trying to repress an idiot.
I was trying to repress that idiot as well.
There's just a lot of things.
There was a lot of stupidity.
So there's a lot of
the
anxiety going up to it, and then right after it happens, you know,
the
put
next
the ring on her finger.
Will know what to do.
She says yes. You put the ring on her finger. You like hug, kiss. People are taking photos during it. Blah blah blah. And then you're done. You like get done embracing. You turn towards the group of people that you had with you, and you're just like, and they're all just like waving. They're like,
hello,
hi, and it's like, also that might just be my friend group, but also that is the epitome of my friend group.
So yeah, I normally don't have that with you guys. All of my social anxiety just decided to be, hey, hi, how are? So that moment, that's what I'm like when I try to talk to women. And you guys got to experience that firsthand and understand how much I hate my life.
I mean, me, you, and Adam were the only men there.
It was awful.
So yeah, so Adam and his girlfriend met us later. It was a complete surprise because my now fiance.
Oh yeah,
thought I
the
was
park
working.
also tried to kill me.
Yeah, well, Nick's, we can
you're
sum
overweight.
that up real fast. It's a state park, a lot of hiking. Nick's real fat.
Hey,
Didn't
you
work
almost
out.
died on the stairs.
Those stairs were literally a descent into hell themselves.
I think I was the only one doing okay on those steps.
No, you're
didn't
not
go
on the
up
same
these
steps that we're
stairs.
talking about.
Oh,
There's a
yeah,
whole different set of
okay.
stairs.
No, I
that
know
you
what
didn't
steps
have.
you're
It's
time.
talking
like
about.
10
Yeah,
flights
yeah,
over
yeah.
hell.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my god. Jeff and I were dying at the 6th flight.
Yeah, it was awful. So they were way late.
Oh
Okay,
god, yeah, they were.
Do we want to talk about the people that we saw 12 times who didn't know it was a circle?
That was fucking hilarious.
So
No.
the place
That was great.
So we he had scouted out the spot, and I get there, and there's it's like a nice little area, like a very beautiful scenic background, and everything was great. And we're standing there waiting, and it starts to sprinkle, and so we were like, "Oh fuck!" And then it stopped, but then it was a big circle path. And we saw the same group of people and their dog 3 or 4 times. And it was on the last time that they passed us, they were like, "Is this a circle?" And we were like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How?" We were wondering why we kept seeing you guys.
And how we had never moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like it was a very big circle either. It's not like they would have been walking for 20 minutes and been like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it was 5 minutes to walk around the entire circle and be like, huh.
How long were we in the car between scouting and the proposal?
Oh, like 2
2
hours.
hours? Yeah. It was a fun 2 hours though.
That was a good time.
That was a wild 2 hours. Oh yeah, fun. So just for context, before the day before this, I did a 12-hour stream.
That only lasted 9 hours.
It's true. You did lie to everyone.
Steam fucked me. So that's what I got. Steam fucked me with a
But thank you
2-hour,
to-
1 gigabyte update.
Everyone that was part of it, thank you. You're the best. But that's basically the end of it. Because after that, so they drove all the way to Starved Rock, which is like an hour and a half. They got there, they walked up, they thought they were gonna have brunch, showed up way too late for brunch, so they thought they were just gonna have lunch. And then Grace was like, no, like let's just do a quick hike and then we'll come back. There's a huge line. And they come up, we propose. They're there for maybe 20 minutes and then turn around and go back home.
It was fun.
So Jeff proposes, and after he is getting ready to cry, so you cut your speech short, and you do the proposal, and we all are thinking okay, we're gonna give them their moment without us interrupting,
and then it became awkward.
And then that moment was moments.
Yeah.
And those moments turned into momenses
of basically me and Adam standing there like 5-year-olds needing to go pee.
And then finally Morgan was like, woo.
Hey, that's on you guys, not me. That's on the entire group.
I was told to not speak.
That's true. So Nick did his job perfectly.
Back to the hat thing. Nick did ask yet again right before I went up to propose if he could wear the hat again for a second time in the same day, and it was still no.
I have a feeling he might have done that
to you.
because I showed up and wanted to be funny in front of me.
Kinda, yes.
He also broke his belt right then. That was hilarious.
That was really fucking annoying. I was very upset about that.
Oh, my favorite part was when we were walking up the steps to the location.
Oh yeah.
And Nick was got halfway. He's like, I'm gonna take a break. And we were like, all right. And we kept going. And then Grace texts you saying we are on our way right now. And so we're yelling down at Nick, hurry the fuck up. They are coming and we need to get in position. And then because Courtney wanted coffee, it took another 25 minutes.
So I basically almost gave myself a heart attack and a second blown knee for nothing.
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up. I'm engaged, you dumb hoe.
The night before I slept funny.
I think this is the first time I've actually looked back on it. That day for Nick was just absolute garbage.
Yeah,
it was awful.
I
will never complain to you or you again or Kristen. It fucking sucked. It was awful. So already my left knee I've dislocated several times. Bad. The night before I slept funny and hyperextended my right knee. The week before, I inflamed the tendonitis in my right ankle, and I have a bone spur in my right toe, which limits range of motion. And I got 2 hours of sleep. It was
and he
awful.
didn't get to wear his hat.
It was awful. And I'm fat.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So
Truth.
I wasn't going to go too hard to the joking around about your being overweight, but at the same time, while we were going. Just walking up the hill, you were breathing real heavy and you were next to me. And I was like, Nick, act like you're walking up the staircase at work and you don't want people to know that you're as out of shape as what you are. So, which is just holding your breath.
Yeah. Which is me basically going, and then holding my breath and
powering it upstairs so that way people walking past you don't know that you're struggling on flight 2 of 7.
Hey, I don't struggle until 4. All right.
Jesus.
So yeah, again, I will never, Jeff, you will never hear me complain to you again. I will never complain to Kristen. That day was fucking awful. It was horrendous.
But I think
it was
so
raining. I was wet.
We were all having our own.
Oh yeah,
problems.
and it rained earlier in the day when we were scouting. It rained hard on us.
We all had our own this day fucking sucks moments, but at the same time, none of us would say anything because it's a Jeff day for getting engaged. And then so Jeff is we just kept it that you were oblivious to all the problems that we were going through.
No, it wasn't that. It's just that I had my own problems that I also shoveled in the back. So.
The next day, we're at Jeff's house having breakfast, and Kristen's mom cooks us breakfast, and we're eating. And about some point, I'm like, "Oh yeah, yesterday was," and then I immediately look around me. I'm like, "Nope." I just went right back to my food, and fucking Kristen's mom points it out. I'm like, "No, I stopped. I acknowledged my mistake. We'll move past it. I did not complain. We're going past it."
I like after the engagement, we all walked down and everyone was standing around and everyone was like, and Jeff and Chris were like, so what are car arrangements? Because I have to be driven back
Fucking Christ.
to,
The car
to my
fucking
car.
sucked.
And it was like this whole weird experience of like, Jeff and Kristen did just get engaged. Should they go together? Or should they just separate ways here?
Y'all have the
Get
rest of your
engaged,
lives
spend
to
5
spend
minutes together, walking back to the parking lot, spend an hour and a half not together.
Y'all have the rest of your lives to spend together, all right? Come on, fucking give me a break.
Yeah,
Hear
it
me
was
complain?
wild.
No, but it was awful.
It was wild. Like
Nick, it's fine. We get it. You'll be alone forever. Fuck off.
Probably.
This was like definitely one of those things of like this awkwardness is only gonna happen to you two because you were the first ones in our friend group to get engaged. And we've all learned from the mistakes that we made.
No hiking. Someone drives by themselves. Someone takes a car there by themselves, so that way anyone else, the car arrangements can
To be fair, if Jeff would have had his new car at that time,
Next
he
time I
probably
get
would have
engaged,
driven
guys.
it.
We'll
Next
fix it
time,
next time.
Next engagement, we'll figure it.
We'll get it
out.
right next time.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a trial one. Everybody gets one. Isn't that right, Peter?
Oh yeah. Everybody gets one. Oh my god.
So I'm ready for Jeff to be angry at me now.
Yeah, I'm already upset about it.
I just bought a house, and Jeff, for the third time, has to help me move.
Within a year, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, third time within the year has to help me move because he's got a pickup, and also I no longer have a pickup. So
It's gonna be fun when he gets to help us install my ceiling.
I'm gonna break your house down. Yeah, you're gonna turn around to go nail in a stud or some shit, and I'm gonna bust down one of the most important support beams in your house without you knowing.
So Morgan and I, her lease is ending soon. And so we've been looking since literally December at houses, but because it's a seller's market right now. So houses are being bought and sold so fucking quickly that our realtor literally said, don't even look at houses until a month and a half before you're ready to move at this point. So we were kind of chilling out. And then we started getting into the groove of things, of looking at houses again. And
It's fucking is what you meant, but yeah.
yeah. And I, on Friday, I happened to look up on realtor.com and I see a house within our budget. And I send it to Morgan. And I'm like, hey, babe, you want to go look at this house? It literally got posted 9 a.m. that day. And she was like, sure. So I text our realtor the address and she sets it up for Sunday. Cabin party happens that weekend. So Sunday, I go to this house and I arrive and Morgan tells me, oh, I also found 2 other places in the same area for us to look at as well. And I was like, okay, cool. So we look at my place first, and then we go look at the 2 places Morgan found. And we look at everything. We go back to the first place that I found. And we decide that we like the place that I found. Notice I found this house and I will never let Morgan live it down. So
yeah, that's up. I'm already
I
annoyed.
found
I'm not even Morgan,
this
so I'm already
house.
mad about this.
Yeah, I don't.
We decided to put in an offer. We put in an offer way higher than what they were asking for because Monday, literally 4 days after it went up for sale, they were going to stop taking offers. That's how quickly the housing market is being turned around right now. And we offered $30,000 more than what they were asking for. And we got the house within $1,000. And the appraisal has gone through and everything's okay. And so, yeah, now we're getting things prepared to move into a brand new house. It's a very nice house, actually. Some minor fixes need to be done, but yeah, that's really it for me. I bought a house. I'm moving into it at the end of this month.
Hey, Nick, you did something
Oh yeah.
way less successful than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can segue too.
I liked it. It was straight to the point. It was accurate. It was nice.
All those things that I am, yeah.
You
Except
are
for-
too. You are a point, Jeff. You're a point.
Yeah. Why do I feel like you should be insulted?
I'll
I
let
don't
everyone.
know whether he should be insulted or not, but that's up to him for decide.
Yeah. So, God, fuck. This was like a month ago at
You
this
remember how to podcast? You remember how this works? The words, Nick. You got to use them.
So about a month ago.
Oh no!
So about a month ago, my grandmother ended up in the hospital. Nothing.
Yay!
Nothing.
Is that a
Podcast house. Podcast.
No,
is that a nay? I'm confused.
no, that's a nay.
No influencer house. We were
Nothing-
not influencers though. We are
No, we are not. We are
well,
the
technically,
opposite.
we could be bad influencers.
I don't want to be lumped in with Logan Paul.
But
We could be
that's why we're
what
a
if-
part of the bad influencers.
Yeah, we're exfluencers.
we're podcasters. We'll just be the part of the podcasters.
Um,
The podfluencers.
Podicafluencers. That's what we are now.
Jesus Christ.
You hate to see it featuring the podicafluencers.
Yeah, Nick, what were you saying? Because apparently Ye was not the
No,
answer.
no, it was not. It
Big
was
sad.
nothing. It was nothing terribly serious. She was in the hospital for like
Ooh.
4 days. Nothing terribly serious. And I went and visited her, took my mom food every day because my mom was with her all day. And one day I go in. I'm there for a little bit. I'm still in my work uniform, and a nurse comes in. Kind of cute, relatively attractive, I would assume. So she comes in while I'm there, and she's doing some tests on my grandmother, and my grandmother's talking to her. And my grandmother's going on about how, oh, you're so young and all this crap.
I already hate where this is going.
Oh, I hated it too. And then she talks about
The good old days of getting your jimmies riled up.
hemorrhoids. Close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I said.
She starts talking about that. And I'm sitting there on my phone wanting to throw myself out of the 3rd floor window. And
With her, right? At least you guys could go out together.
oh God. And like a couple of times we make eye contact and it's just like, oh, I am so sorry. And at
Like,
that
are you
point,
talking like what kind of eye contact are we talking about? You looking at her
just
in the
kind
eyes,
of
or her looking at your third eye? Like,
oh, I'm comfortable now. Eye contact.
yeah. Thank you.
The eyes, the eyeballs.
oh.
Yeah.
Lame.
And so I'm slowly like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll ask for her number on my way out because, you know, I'm never going to
Dumbass.
see her again.
Stupid.
I'll never see her again. What do I give a shit if I humiliate myself by stuttering and being fat and sweaty because I'm nervous? And then my grandmother goes, oh, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 23. At which point, like shit from the Terminator, just laser eyes, just direct eye contact. Both my grandmother and my mom look at me and just go, Nico. And I'm like, yep, I know. Thank you. Got it. I'm leaving now. And I just left. I just, with her in the room, like, bye, love you all. I'm gone. And I just walked out. It was awful.
You know, fucking in the closet afterward.
No,
Nothing you didn't wait
no.
for.
No, it was
Dumbass. That was the real play.
Uh-huh.
Or at least wait for her in the parking garage near your car or something. Like,
Nick, did Jesus give her face? Like Jesus gave me mine.
I do believe Jesus was brought up at some point during the entire
Okay.
encounter.
For anyone who doesn't know, Nick's grandmother looked at me, grabbed me by the cheeks, and said, Jesus gave you this face. It's a beautiful face. And she was very flirtatious with me. This is the life and tribulations of Nico's grandmother.
Oh God. So that was a fun time of just, oh God, just the Terminator style, just head snap at, oh, 23. You're 24. Yep. Thank you. I knew my age. I was well aware of that, actually.
I also know what league I'm in, and it's not this one.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, I seem to have stumbled out of the cellar again.
Yeah. I apologize. Let me quickly return the bag over my head.
We just returned to Notre Dame for a moment,
Yeah.
and
I apologize for standing up. Let me go back to groveling and not being noticed.
you would have a good shot with the house goblin, though.
Oh man, she's got like meme guy. Who is she dating? Is it meme guy?
No,
Or was it Chad?
It's Chad.
No,
Chad?
she
Oh,
is-
it's Chad.
She is
Meme guy
fucking
lived
Chad
literally
hard.
like 3 episodes, and that
Yeah.
was it.
I think meme guy's.
Meme
pretty
guy was
happy.
around for a
He's
month.
got to be pretty happy in Florida right now. It's got to be nice down
Sure,
there. in
that's
this,
where we
this weather.
told you who's at. Do we want to talk about this cabin now?
No.
A lot of wild things happened in that cabin.
A lot of
Mostly
wild
Jeff
things
throwing my
did
fucking
happen,
jug of cheese balls.
which he didn't throw. So, okay, so
His
I-
massive bear paws.
I got my second COVID shot the Friday before the cabin, which was a Saturday. I felt like dog shit. My whole body was in pain, and I wanted to murder everyone I looked at and myself. And so I tried getting heavily drunk and never once got drunk. I was drinking at least the same amount that Nick
Should've
was, and
taken
Nick
a
was
shot of that
very
Everclear.
drunk, and I was not. And I was in so much pain. I was like, fuck it. And at like 1 a.m., I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm laying down. I'm almost asleep. And Nick comes fucking, fucking, that's not what he did, but that's how he fucking sounds like when he breathes, into the fucking room that I'm trying to sleep in.
To be fair, this is the living room. This is the only way in and out of the house.
But he was talking in normal voice, which is fucking loud. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I just kept my eyes closed and was like, I'm just going to let this happen because he's drunk as fuck and he's going to just go to bed or something. No, he's just fucking doing some stupid fucking shit in the living room for no reason. And he comes back with his cheese balls, and then here comes Jeff. and
Seems all right.
and Jeff walks over to Nick. He's like, I want cheese balls, and fucking like Terminator speed grabs just a handful of cheese balls, like handful, like dropping out of his hands, handful. In his fucking meaty sausage fingers that he calls like hands. It was like a fucking hamburger with fucking bratwursts.
My hands, my fingers are literally smaller than Nick's.
and he fucking walks away from Nick and starts just fucking downing these cheese balls like he was told if you don't eat 300 cheese balls in 35 seconds, you're gonna fucking die. Okay? And he's fucking...
Hey, man. Heavily
he's
intoxicated Jeff might not know that.
He's fucking horking these things down. And then and my eyes are like cracked open because I can see what's going on. I just don't want people to know I'm fucking awake and fuming right now. And all of a sudden, Nick just goes, and the fucking cheese ball container slips out of his hand. And then he has the audacity to turn to Jeff and go, Jeff, you threw my cheese balls on the floor! And
But
I'm
at this
like,
point, I want you to know I'm a solid like 10 feet away.
yeah, Jeff is
I'm
not
literally
near the
about
cheese
to be
balls.
walking out the door back
Jeff is
outside.
not near cheese balls, but Nick screams at Jeff that he threw his cheese balls on the floor.
I'm not saying he threw them. I'm just saying that his hand caught the edge of the container.
From 10 feet away. So in my head, what I'm thinking of is what actually happened was Nick is so drunk, his motor reflexes are so fucking bad that Jeff does his fucking Speedy Gonzalez bullshit, walks away, and Nick then goes, ah, and fucking drops the cheese balls. But
this adds
so
up for the
there's-
fact that Nick already has really slow reflexes while he's sober.
So there are cheese balls everywhere, all over
we
the
need to
place.
talk about. So this
rolling
what is this?
everywhere.
Like a fucking 5-pound container of cheese balls?
It's
Yeah, no, this
like
thing's
cheese balls.
massive.
Go to Walmart and buy cheese balls. It's fucking massive. And so they're
The opening's at
arguing.
least like
all they are doing is fucking arguing about Jeff's like, I didn't fucking do anything. And Nick's like, you fucking taught, like, you just fucking punched my cheese balls out of my hand, you stupid asshole. And I just, and they're like, literally, Grace and Mandy are in there, and like, I'm just imagining them like crying, like, everyone stop fighting, just scooping up cheese balls, putting them into the bucket, like, oh my god, stop.
which is a lie because when we woke up the next morning, there was still a shit ton of
Yeah.
cheese balls all over the
Yeah,
place.
there
Just
was.
a thin layer of cheese ball dust all
And,
over the shelf.
Like, have you ever seen Toy Story 2 when there's fucking like cheese puffs everywhere and Woody's trying to fucking climb to get the fucking thing out of fucking Chicken Man's fucking thing? It was 80,000 times worse than that.
If it,
Like, the whole bucket of cheese balls was on the floor,
if it
and
makes you feel
Nick
better, one of the
is
last
just
things
still
I remember.
yelling at Jeff. And I literally, like, someone, I think Grace is like, hey, Adam's trying to sleep. And I just went, I'm not fucking asleep, and someone better shut the fuck up.
And I greatly remember, if I am correct, I remember going, Adam.
I remember Nick going,
remember-
oh, Adam Angie. And I'm like, you're gonna fucking die tonight, motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure I turned around and said, Adam, shut the fuck up. You're trying to sleep. And then turned around and yelled at Nick some more.
But yeah, I was just so angry at just being in legitimately the most pain in my entire life from the fucking COVID vaccine. And then just wanting to sleep after trying for hours to be drunk
I
and it
mean,
not happening, for Nick and Jeff to sit there
hey,
arguing at the top of
you
their
might have
lungs
been in-
about fucking cheese balls.
you might have been in the worst pain you've ever been in, but that was one of the hardest accusations I ever had thrown my way, and I had to defend my right. I don't need fucking your sleep,
Oh.
whatever. You can fuck off. This is my honor I'm fighting for right
Oh
now
my
from
God.
fucking fat Tim over here. Fucking can't keep a sentence straight. He gets a little drunk and becomes a fucking.
I'm sorry, Jeff's fucking fat viper claws.
You also forget that I'm very athletic and I can get those things
Oh.
in and out without touching the sides extremely quick.
It's like the claw.
You have to remember.
a claw.
You have to remember. You suck at everything, so it's literally your fault.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's basically the whole cabin party wrapped up
and
into
then
a
I
nuts
feel
shell.
like something happened while grilling burgers, but I can't remember because I was.
Yeah, it was funny. It was real fucking funny.
We played like I think 4 or 5 rounds of Irish poker randomly throughout the night.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely got food poisoning from something Saturday or Sunday.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that adds up. Yep.
On that note, thank you all so much for listening to You Hate to See It. That was a very fun look into our lives the past couple months. So we are available wherever you listen to podcasts and on most social medias. If you want, you can go to our link tree, which is in the description down below. You can also become a patron. That's the top button of our link tree. If you go to that link, what being a patron does is it gives you bonus. It's like Patreon. It gives you bonus content at different subscription levels. You can join our Discord. We also have the unedited video versions of this podcast available right now. As you're listening to this, it's already out. And so you can go on, donate monthly, and we have a bunch of other perks that you can get in on. that we'd really appreciate. All of your money will go back into the podcast. We're not taking any profit from this. So thanks so much for listening, guys. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope you know that the only thing that I think lesser of than you guys is Nick. And your fucking cheese balls. You keep me up one more time with cheese balls, and I'm going to crush up cheese balls. I'm gonna stuff them down your fat fucking gullet until you fucking just die.
I feel like that's kind of what he wants. I feel like you're not really.
I just eat
I
them.
feel like you didn't really threaten him.
I just eat the cheese balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're underestimating.
It is cheese ball
his
dust.
ability to.
I'm crushing them up, so it's cheese ball dust. So you
All
better
right.
not breathe. You better not inhale while I'm doing this.
I think you're underestimating how
you're
good he is at
yeah.
sucking down cheese balls.
Yeah. Really, honestly, I'm offended that you think so little of me.
I've always thought way less than you. So
No. Love you.
meh.
Nick is so bad at cooking that when his rice is sticky, he says it's not my fault and buys a new oven because that must be the issue.
No, that I bought the oven before I started making egg fried rice. My problem is that olive oil makes it too heavy. So tomorrow I'm gonna
Makes
try
what
adding
to
makes the rice too
What?
heavy.
makes the eggs too heavy.
No, it makes the rice too heavy. No, I cook the eggs in olive oil.
So confused.
Tomorrow
Why
I'm
are you
gonna
cooking your eggs in oil anyways?
it's just a sprinkle of olive oil.
Ah,
I don't know why you're cooking your eggs in olive oil.
What should I use butter? Should my
Yeah.
fat ass use butter?
yeah.
Olive oil's healthier.
Just don't use a fuck ton of butter.